Hey guys.
Wait a minute, guys. I'm trying to see y'all. Hi, Rhea. How you doing, boo? Okay, now I can see y'all comments. Hey, Star. It's a lot going on, boo. First of all, the other day, if you're friends with me on Facebook, then you know that my stepdaughter died. She died on Sunday, but I didn't get the phone call until, well, they say they tried to reach me on, oh Lord, my days is kind of mixed up, Monday, but I missed it, so they didn't actually reach me until Tuesday. It was my first husband's daughter. So through marriage, you know, that's my daughter. And when I met her, I think she was like 4 or 5 years old when I got with my first husband. And she's like 34. She was 34, and she died. She had kidney disease, and she stopped going to dialysis, and then she had some other issues going on, and she didn't make it. She lives in Baltimore, and she died at the hospital. So that was pretty sad news to get. And then, as you can see, where I am, I'm at the hospital for that one there. He had some issues that started last night. Suddenly, like it was like his ear got clogged all of a sudden. He was just laying down watching a movie, and his ear all of a sudden got clogged. And then when he went to stand up, like his equilibrium was off balance. So it was still going on this morning. So we're at the hospital. Thank you, Rhea. I appreciate it, bro. And let me see. Yeah, so her funeral is next week, so probably I'm going to be traveling back to Baltimore for the funeral. So it's pretty sad. Yeah. So young. She was so young. So guys, I was listening before as we were getting ready to come to the hospital. I was listening to something on. It was a news thing. Was it on Facebook News? I mean, was this a news thing on Facebook? Boo. Was this on Facebook, that news thing we was watching about the van?
Oh yeah, it was actually news out of Detroit, I think.
Okay, so it was news out of Detroit, and they said that it was a van that was transporting body parts, and the blood started leaking out of, I guess, the bags that they were carrying it in through the van, and that's how they got caught. But they were transporting body parts from Detroit to Chicago, and what they were doing was they were taking, you know, kidnapping children and adults and killing them and taking their organs, and then transporting, was it to Chicago? To who were they? Were they was selling the organs to people? Selling the organs to the rich people. You know, like I guess if someone needed like a liver or kidney or whatever, they were selling the organs to rich people in Chicago. So yeah, they were literally kidnapping people so that they could get their body organs. And then I guess they would dismember the body, and they were transporting the parts to somewhere in Chicago. Like, I don't know what they were doing with the parts, but
Selling it to restaurants and
oh, they were selling the body, the meat, to restaurants. And I'm like, what? Did they find out what restaurants it was? Was it in Chicago? The restaurants in Chicago? Or was these some private restaurant? Because I'm like, what?
It's probably private.
Cannibalism,
Underground
restaurants that eat,
special society,
that
secret
eat
society, shit like that.
people,
Yeah.
secret
Yeah.
society
Cannibals.
restaurants
Cannibalism.
underground. Selling the meat of the bodies to restaurants, cannibalist restaurants. And I'm like, oh my God, how long have this been going on? I'm sure it didn't just start. I mean, they got caught. Yeah, they just got caught, but I think this has been going on. So it's just like, it makes you wonder when people come up missing and you never find them, and you never find, no remains or anything. It makes you wonder, were they part of this little situation? Snatching people bodies, snatching people up for their organs. Like, that's crazy.
Well, you gotta figure your kidney. Somebody had to pay up to $100,000 just for your kidney.
Hey, Oliver, pay how much?
100,000.
They'll pay $100,000 for a kidney.
Yeah.
So it's a big business, apparently, that
Big business.
that I wasn't aware of.
It's on the black market, though.
Huh?
It's on the black
It's
market.
on the black market, so it's a whole lot of stuff that's going on. That's crazy. I thought, wow, that's ridiculous.
They were doing that in prisons.
What?
Shit, probably about 20 years ago. It was a big thing.
Doing what in prison?
Those inmates, they were, saying something was wrong with them or whatever. Like if they they were sick and they went to the infirmary. This shit, they come out with a liver or a kidney or something missing, and they wouldn't even having that type of problem. But they would write up in the report like they were having these problems, and then they had to take it out, remove it, and then they would sell it.
And then I heard recently someone had did a YouTube video. They was talking about this lady who meet going on, and the GoFundMe is because like 20, they took her organs out, and she has no idea like what happened with her child's organs.
Mm-hmm.
So now she's trying to get a lawyer to investigate the situation to find out what happened to her child's organs. So now, being as though I heard this story, it makes me wonder, what that's all about. Wait a minute, guys. I don't know. Hello? Some advertisement stuff. Sorry, guys. So yeah, the lady, what is the lady's name on YouTube? I forgot what her name was, but she has a YouTube channel. She has a GoFundMe because she's trying to get money together to get a lawyer to investigate what happened to her child's organs 20-something years ago. That's the only thing, like, that's been 20-something years. Like, I don't know how they're going to go about finding out what happened to the child's organs, but it just makes me wonder, after hearing this story about them kidnapping people for their organs. My husband was saying in prisons 20 years ago, I don't know if y'all heard him in the background, he said, when them guys would get sick and die, they would take their organs, but they would put it in the records as though the person had a problem with that certain organ, and that's why it had to be removed. Yeah, man, they be doing all kinds of stuff. That's crazy. I also heard in the news yesterday that in was it Louisiana, when you go to use your because of the government shutdown thing that's going on, um, they said some stores are not accepting EBT cards for fear that they're not going to get their money. I think it was in Louisiana. Do not quote me on that. Google it, girl. For the fact checkers, Google it. I think they said Louisiana. They said a specific state, but I don't recall if it was Louisiana or not. It's one state that the people went into the stores to try to use their food stamp card, also known as the EBT card. And one store or a few stores were not accepting the cards because, the funds is running low, and they're saying, for next month, the people may not get their food stamps. They have a reserve account, but the reserve account is only $3 billion. They said it takes $4.8 billion per month to feed, the people, as far as like sending out, the food stamps, $4.8 million, and they only have $3 million in reserve, which means that, either you're not going to get any February 1st if this shutdown continues, or the amount you get is going to be significantly low because they have to spread out the $3 million amongst all the people who get food stamps. So yeah, I guess eventually more stores are not even going to be accepting EBT. So I'm just like, wow, that's really sad. What's going on, with people not being able to, get food for their families and stuff. And even if you're not on food stamps, if you work for the federal government, you're not getting a paycheck, so you still can't buy no food. So either way, it's a bad situation. What is it?
156 over 89.
She said it was.
The bottom number's good, but that top number.
She said it was high, a little high.
Oh, why? I took my medicine and stuff.
It doesn't matter. It's something that's going on that they're trying to figure out. They're trying to figure out what's going on with you now. Whatever it is, it's causing your blood pressure to spike.
We'll be right back.
Because that's higher than it was when we first came in.
What was it?
140. Yeah, so that's the latest that I've heard about as far as the government shutdown and how it's, affecting certain things. And it's also going to affect people who are on Section 8. They're not going to be able to pay the landlords next month. If the shutdown continues, they're not going to be able to pay the landlords. The Section 8 housing, they're not going to be able to make the payments to the landlords, which in turn means that a lot of evictions are going to be happening. So I don't know if any of you guys have family members that's suffering through this, or you yourself, but it's pretty sad. Hey, Lysandra. Good morning, hon. So, on a lighter note, guys, I was in the Verizon phone store the other day. We were paying a phone bill, and there was a guy in there, and he had his little boy with him. His little boy was 3. He just turned 3 December 27th. The little boy was in the Verizon store and asked his dad for an iPhone. He was asking his dad, can he get an iPhone? And his dad was like, oh, no, man, you can't get no iPhone. I said, Lord. So my husband was like, he's 3 asking for an iPhone. When he turned 4, he going to be asking for a car. It's amazing. Like, these kids, man, like, they're just born with a computer brain. Because they're born and they know how to operate your phone. Like, they can press the buttons and get to, whatever they want to get to. Like, when we had our grandson, a couple months ago, I showed him, my little grandson, It's my husband's, one of my husband's son's child. So through marriage, that's my grandson. And he's only one. And, you know, you put the little cartoons on the phone for him and he can sit there and he can press the buttons and get to different things. Like, it's like these kids, like, how do they know how to operate these things? Like, I'm not understanding. But 3 years old asking his dad for an iPhone. Like, that was just like, wow. I was like thoroughly amazed at that. That was really amazing. That was amazing. 3 years old. What are we going to do with the kids today? And let me tell you about my dog, Freddie, because he's a funny character, too. So, Freddie, you know, okay, Jasmine. Freddie, hit the thumbs up button, guys, if you don't mind. If you could please hit the thumbs up button, the like button. I'd appreciate it. So, my daughter, you know, she's getting ready for bed or whatever. So, she gets into bed, but she still has a light. She hasn't yet turned the light off. So, my dog, like, he just walks in people's rooms. Like, he know how to just take his nose and push your door open. And, so he goes in her room. He jumps clean on her bed because he wants to play. So, you know, she's playing with him and telling him, you know, Freddie, get off my bed. So, you know, he jumps off the bed, then he jumps back on the bed. So finally, you know, it's like he wanted her to play, and she was just like, I'm going to bed. He's going to take his mouth and take her put her covers in his mouth, and he's backing up out her door with her covers and is pulling her covers off the bed. Like, really, Freddie? Like, it's like he gonna make her play with him. He's literally pulling her blanket off the bed and backing up out the bedroom. Like, he's just like a irky little brother. That dog is hilarious. And the cat is a sweetie pie, guys. Like, I'm really liking the cat. I'm so shocked because for 40-something years, I've been afraid of cats. No, 50 years, I've been afraid of cats. I mean, like, I've never given them a chance. I've just always been afraid. And I don't know. I face my fears, and, like, this cat is so cute. Like, I just love her. It's like, wow, look what I've been missing out on all my life. So low maintenance, you know, cats just kind of do their own little thing, you know? Like, I've never been around a cat, so I didn't know how cats operate, and I literally, like, watched the cat go to the litter box. Like, I've never seen a cat, like, go to the litter box, and I didn't know that they, you know, sweep the litter stuff over. Like, they're so clean. It was amazing just watching this cat get in the litter box, use it, and scrape it, you know, the litter stuff to cover it up, and then she had jumped out of the litter box and was kind of smelling around the little box, and then she must have missed a little piece, and she got back in there and scraped it again. I was like, wow, cats are so clean. But it's so low maintenance. Like, they don't require a lot of attention like dogs do. Dogs are very needy. Dogs are very, very needy. As far as attention and everything. So, I love my little cat. What the heck is that? Uh-oh. What is that?
Fire alarm.
Oh, it's a drill?
I hope it's a drill.
Yep.
Oh, it's a drill? Oh, okay. You don't know. Okay. Well, can you let us know?
They didn't call it yet.
Oh, jeez.
Fuck me in this motherfucker.
If it's a fire drill, like, shouldn't they let us know it's a fire drill? He's going over shutting everybody's door. Like, he closed us in. Is that part of the procedure?
Yes.
Like, I don't want to be shut up in this room with no exit.
Oh, they glass.
What? I ain't got nothing in here to break the glass. Oh, it's not locked. Okay. Obviously, ain't locking me in here. Alright, I'm just waiting to see if it's a real fire or is it a drill or what. You gonna get up out that bed if it's a fire in here. Don't be shaking your head. No, he talking about no. I'm gonna unlock the wheels. We gonna wheel you right on out of here.
You can push me right out in the parking lot. Just make sure I get my covers. Put my head on.
But when are they gonna tell us if it's a real situation or not?
I guess.
Okay, well, ain't nobody running, so I guess let's leave the curtain open a little bit so we can see if somebody start running. Oh, Lord, child. What? I need to see. That woman ain't looking at you. I need to make sure people ain't running.
I see you looking at
That
me.
woman is not fool. She
her.
ain't studying yet.
Look at her looking at me.
She ain't looking. I shut the curtain. Hush. Oh, man. I'm sorry about that noise, guys, but I don't know if they're having a fire drill or what. Oh, probably a fire drill. Oh, okay. Hey, Taylor, how you doing?
You killing my hat.
Where's that?
You killing my hat.
Just wait a minute.
Oh. Oh my God.
What's the problem? We're supposed to be getting a major storm starting. Lord, I'm confused because they said tonight some stuff gonna start and then tomorrow, so we're having like a major storm anywhere between tonight and Sunday. They have one storm that's supposed to hit, and then like the weekend a second storm is supposed to hit.
That's 18 inches.
It's supposed to bring approximately 18 inches of snow. So, I mean, you know, guys, it's amazing because, you know, for most people, you say 18 inches of snow, you'd be like, oh my God. But after getting 100-something inches the first year that I moved out here, anything in the single digits or the teens is just like, oh, okay. No, like really. 100-something inches of snow. So if it ain't up there, I'm just like, oh, okay, whatever. No big deal. 12 inches, 18 inches, no problem. That's amazing. You know? But yeah. So we just got to make sure, you know, we got all the essentials, you know, toilet paper, milk, bread, cheese, eggs, you know, the essential stuff. So hopefully, yeah, this storm's supposed to be coming. I'm hoping I can get to Baltimore next week, early part of next week for the funeral. You know, hopefully we don't get snowed in and things be shut down. Because I really like hate funerals, guys. Like, I really hate funerals. This is just like the worst. I mean, and I'm sure nobody just loves funerals. So it's not like I'm saying something that's different for most people. But I just really hate funerals. And a funeral for, you know, a child. Well, she's not a child. She was 34, but I knew her as she was the cutest little girl. Quiet, shy, cute little girl when I met her. Wow. I'm not, you know, exactly sure why she stopped going to the dialysis for her kidney issue. You know, I have no idea. But, you know, it could be a number of reasons. You know, some people, they get tired. Some people give up, you know. I don't know. There's a lot of different reasons why people will stop, you know, going to dialysis. So I'm not exactly sure of the details as to what was going on, you know, with her. But that's my understanding that, you know, she had stopped going to the dialysis and she ended up in the hospital. And she died. So that was very, very heartbreaking getting that news. Was that Tuesday night? Yeah, Tuesday night. So I apologize, guys, for not coming on and doing the spaghetti video that I had promised. I was on Instagram and I did a little video. I think I was at Walmart or in the car on Tuesday, and I was like, oh yeah, I was eating pizza or something. I did like a little 60-second video. And I was like, we having spaghetti and meat sauce tonight, so you'll see me either on Facebook Live or over on my YouTube channel. And then, I was, everything was going fine. We had cooked the spaghetti and everything. I was sitting at the kitchen table, just, on Facebook, on Instagram, just posting stuff. And it was just like 5 minutes after I had posted a post of a good time that I was having in Baltimore. I was showing my granddaughter and my niece at the little hole in the wall Chinese joint that we was at when I was in Baltimore, dancing. I had just reposted it because I had just watched it, and I was just like, really enjoying watching it. And I had just reposted that on Facebook, and then 5 minutes later, I had got the call from my son telling me that his sister had died. And I was just like, oh my God, man. So that just blew it. Like, that blew the whole situation out the window. I couldn't come on. That was just too much going on. So I apologize for that. Of course, I can always do a leftover spaghetti mukbang, but that's not going to happen either. Because my daughter, okay, so we had leftovers last night. We cooked the spaghetti Tuesday. We had leftovers Wednesday night. Well, we were supposed to have leftovers. My daughter had put the pot on the stove, to heat it up. So, it got heated up. She got her little plate, sat down and ate. She had the pot on low, and she forgot about it. So it kind of scorched the bottom, and then it had like a burnt taste all throughout the spaghetti. So we had to throw it out. So I ended up eating a grilled cheese sandwich and chips for dinner because the whole pot of spaghetti is just gone. Oh, she ate good though before it went. She ate a nice old healthy plate before it got scorched. So I can't even do a leftover mukbang on it, but but oh well, such is life. Let me look at the thing and see what y'all talking about. I don't know, for some reason yesterday, guys, I felt really tired. So I was in the bed. What time was I in the bed by? It was real early. Wasn't it like 6 something? Guys, when I tell you I went to bed at 6 something. We were out yesterday. We had to take my son to work. And then we had went to the car wash. Now, I told y'all the car washes out here in Buffalo, New York, like, they get, like, major business in the wintertime. It was, like, 3 lanes of traffic at this particular car wash that we went to. When I say 3 lanes of traffic in the car wash, I mean 3 lanes, because they have 3 lanes that you can go through in order to, to tell them what services you want and to pay or do whatever. They had 3 lanes, and all 3 lanes was backed up. But that's because, we've been getting snow, but nothing major. But on and off snow, and, the plows is out and putting salt down constantly. So it's a lot of salt and snow and stuff on your car. You have to get that washed off. Keep that washed off regularly, because the salt will eat at the enamel on your car. It'll eat the paint off and cause rust. So you have to, because they get a lot of snow and a lot of salt, that they put down all year in the winter, you have to keep your car washed regularly. And so we took our son to work, and then we went to the car wash, waited in 3 lanes of traffic for that. And then we went to Taco Bell and tried that new grande burrito that they had. And it was pretty good. It was okay. I had a chicken one. They have a 3-cheese one, and then they have a chicken one. My husband and I had a chicken one, and it was okay. It was okay. And then after that, because before I had went to take my son to work, I had been, straightening up my beauty room, just cleaning up some stuff, straightening up some stuff. And then after that, we left to take care of all those things. So after we left the car wash, after we left Taco Bell, then I had to stop at the bank and handle some banking business. Then I came home. Then I paid, I went online to, pay a bill or two. Looked at a few pieces of mail, and then I went to bed. I just felt, while we were in the car, I was just like, I feel really tired. I don't know why. So I was in the bed before 7 o'clock. Um, I went to bed. I was watching something on my phone until it started watching me. And then I woke up like, what time did I wake up? It was 6 something. I think I woke up at 8:03. And I was like, oh my God. I called my husband to see if, because I knew I had overslept. My son got off at 8 o'clock, but he was already out there picking him up when I called. He was downstairs in his boom boom room. Was you asleep? Yeah, he was asleep. He was down in his boom boom room sleep. I was up in the bed sleep, but he woke up, in time enough to go get my son from work. Um, and then I stayed up. So I guess I got about an hour and a half or two sleep. Then I woke up, and then I had the grilled cheese and chips. Then my husband and I watched this really good movie called Message, a message from, what is it called? A message from a mistress. Boy, that was a good movie right there. A message from a mistress. It was really good. So it was. I'm just gonna give you like a little short synopsis of it, because I don't want to spoil it in case you decide to go watch it. It was 4 women who were best friends, and all 4 of them were married, but the one who ended up being a mistress, she became a widow. Her husband had died. So it was just the other 3 ladies who, they were still married, and she was a mistress. And then she ended up having an affair with one of her best friend's husbands. And I'm just going to leave it at that, okay? I didn't really like the ending too much because it didn't really tell you which one of the wives' husbands she ended up, messing around with. But it was a really good movie, so, check it out if you can. They have a TV station. It's an app that you can download called Tubi. It's TUBI, okay? If you download that app, you can watch all different kinds of movies. So download that app. It's called TUBI. And I'm going to show you what it looks like. So in case you want to download it. And you can watch that movie on there along with a whole bunch of other movies.
How you doing, Daryl?
So, wait a minute, guys. Hold on.
I told my wife, I said, feel like my ear is trying to unclog it. So